Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us his truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can push his truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to read this here article and jump into a couple of scriptures dealing with basically Esau Edom being the devil and being exposed for the damn devil that he is, all right? So it says, Americans are war weary, while Iran was never a threat, I'm going to just say to the U.S. Virginia State Senator to RT. It says, U.S. citizens are weary of endless war, all right? Now, this is dealing with your regular everyday citizens, so they say, but ultimately, this is the spirit of Esau Edom, all right? So it says, U.S. citizens are weary of endless war. Virginia State Senator Richard Black believes. He warned President Donald Trump against dragging the country into another one with Iran and blamed John Bolton for being the top warmonger. As tensions between Tehran and Washington continues to soar, and just so you know, Tehran would be basically like how they say Washington, right? So Washington is America, Tehran is Iran, right? So it says, as tensions between Tehran and Washington continues to soar, Senator Black addressed the U.S. president in a letter warning against going into all-out war with Iran. He squarely put the blame for the ongoing standoff on National Security Advisor John Bolton and urged Trump to prevent the official from usurping his own role. All right. And how they're going to go into John Bolton is really the spirit of Esau Edom. All right. It says John Bolton has usurped Trump's authority as commander in chief. He countermanded your order in an immediate withdrawal from Syria. And now he has alarmed our allies by agitating the war against Iran. It was reported that you hope to avoid war with Iran, but the CINC, or the commander-in-chief, does not hope. He commands. He does not delegate war making to his staff, Black wrote. The U.S. citizenry is weary of the decades of endless war and starting another one. And really, the truth be told, when you really talk to these damn Edomites, they be like, well, good, we need to go blow these terrorists up. We got to go kill all these people. They don't even give two shits because they in the same damn spirit anyway. They just death and destruction, man. These the same people who go out in the damn woods killing animals for sport, you know? Killing you jakes for sport, man. How much more? He the damn devil. That's all he do. All right? It says, I just read that. I think the American people are very weary, and I don't think it will bode well for the Republicans if we end up in a shooting war with Iran. It says, we're in the 18th year of the war in Afghanistan. We have dropped over 250,000 bombs in Iraq, a country that never attacked us, that never was a threat to us, that never took any negative actions, Black told RT. And which that's all true, man. Because, see, these countries that America's going up against is really not any threats to America, man. But this is what they use. They use propaganda. They'll tell you stories like, oh, 9/11 happened, so on and so forth. And then that's why you ask your everyday average ass American why we went and blew up Iraq. They would tell you because of 9/11. 9/11 is the reason why. Like, well, they didn't have anything to do with 9/11. They never even tried to blame that shit on 9/11. They just said that they had weapons of mass destruction and Saddam Hussein was killing his own people. And it was just convenient because they wanted to go to war anyway over in that area. So might as well blow them up while we over there. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, they had a plan to go over there and go to war with these nations. They had to find a so-called reason to get the people on their side, like, oh yeah, we want to go to war, you know? Because right after September 11th, you didn't have to ask anybody if you think we should go to war. Do you think it's a bad idea if we go to war? Everybody was like, what the fuck are y'all waiting on? Y'all better mount up and go to war, man. All right, so this is why they had things like the 9/11 situations go on and so forth. But nevertheless, when you go back and you look at the facts at hand, what did Iraq do? What role did Iraq play in 9/11? Well, they weren't involved in 9/11. Well, what role did, let's say, Afghanistan play in 9/11? Well, Afghanistan didn't play any role in 9/11. You see what I'm saying? But yet these countries were attacked, right? And we still over there to this day, right? It says the idea that Iran is now somehow terrorism sponsor number one, actively peddled by the U.S. media and officials alike, is completely untrue. Black said, you know, and pretty much like I was just going into. This is what they do. They use their media. The media is one of their strongest weapons, you know. Going into Esau Edom, he got two main weapons. He got two swords. He's got his actual physical sword, which is his military arm. All right. Then he's got his damn tongue, which is a deceitful tongue, man. All right. With his lies, deceiving damn people. And then his actual sword. This is how he's ruling the whole damn earth. All right. It says, at the same time, there are plenty of evidence about Saudi Arabia to give such a title, the senator said in his letter, accusing Riyadh of instigating the U.S. to attack Iran on their behalf. You know, and that's one of their allies over there, Saudi Arabia, you know. It says, I have difficulty in finding examples of Iran's terrorism, and when I look at Saudi Arabia, you can find just endless examples. It's believed that Iran is somehow a threat to the U.S., which it is not in any respect. Black told RT. Hey, so this is, you know, like I said, this is the propaganda that they start pushing towards these nations before they go into war. But hey, if you go back and you look at their track record, let's just say from 9/11 on to this damn day, I mean, it's clear to see that the damn devil is, the so-called white man is the damn devil, all right? That's all he like doing is going around rape, robbing, and murdering people, man. All right? Let me turn this internet off real quick. Let me grab a different precept real fast. I'm going to go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'm going to start, well, actually, I'm going to start up verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. In which that falling away has already happened, because why? We're in a state now where we're waking up to who we were. All right, we were always Israelites, but we forgot who we were. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, we're in that state of Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bones being raised up. So there was a falling away first. Now we being raised back up. All right, now continuing on, it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, so now the whole time the so-called white man been running around the damn planet Earth, you know, even up into, you know, not to say recent times, but not too far off into, you know, the past. People didn't know who the white man was, you know what I'm saying? Even into the same day, man. A lot of our people, we tell them, look, the white man is the damn devil. They don't believe that. They're like, what are you talking about? You know, they, you know, still brainwashed from all the white Jesus pictures and so on and so forth. He has humanitarian aid. He's going around fixing people and giving all these vaccines to help people. Like, yeah, but see, he's the same motherfucker who create the diseases and then come out there with a so-called treatment for you. All right. And then he called himself a hero. That's like me going to your house and setting your house on fire and then putting the fire out and saying I'm a hero. Nah, motherfucker, my house wouldn't be burning down if you wouldn't have set it on fire. So you can't set a fire at my house and then put the fire out and say, oh, I saved your life and saved your house. No, you was the one who brought the damage or the danger towards my house to begin with, from the jump. All right. So it says, continuing on, it says, verse 4, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And, you know, this is pretty much the how do I say, the MO, the modus operandi of Esau is trying to be God, man. All right, you see him with his new technology, this AI, these RFID chips, you know, with biometrics and everything like that. How do you say? He got everything on the earth gridded out so you can see every damn thing on the earth. All right. But nevertheless, he's trying to be like God, you know, recreating fucked up ass fruits and shit like that. And these weird ass animals and shit, you know, with the GMOs and all that stuff, man. Also with the human beings, man. Got transgenderism. Like you trying to recreate the will, man. All right. But then you having everybody look up to you as if you God. Like, oh, well, see, God created all these damn diseases that's killing people off and there's no cure for them. So the white man has to come around and outdo God. Because, see, God created the diseases, but he couldn't create the cures. So we got to create the cures. We got to make the fruit last forever. We got to make, you know, certain kind of animals and stuff like that for the people to have as pets and stuff like that, so it wouldn't be all wild. But no, the Most High has everything in order. He has everything set up straight, but it's the so-called white man who turned everything upside down. All right. So it says, verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and you know now, and you now know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And that wicked shall be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's exactly what you have going on right now, because why? The so-called white man is being exposed left and right by the men of the Lord. All right. So it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Scriptures also say the Lord will do nothing lest he reveal his secrets into his servants, the prophets. All right. So right now he has Ezekiel 3:17 says, I've set, let me grab it because I might misquote it. This is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's what we're doing right now. We're giving our people warning of who the damn devil is. All right. Not only that, let me grab another precept. It's Obadiah 1 and 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? So we just was reading about how the Lord made us a watchman and to give the children of Israel a warning. All right. And then ultimately the Lord gave us a spirit and revealed all these things unto us. All right. Let me find that real quick. What is that? Luke 10. This is Luke 10 and 21. It says, in that hour Yahweh shall rejoice in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, and thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for it seemed good in thy sight. All right, so it was hidden from certain people. All right, the so-called wise of the world, the people who so-called know-it-all. But he revealed it unto babes, the people who humbled themselves down and had to relearn everything because they was already programmed a certain way. Like the so-called white man is God, the so-called white man and did everything right. No, you had to humble yourself down because why? You still walking around that damn pride like you know everything. This is how you always walk into damn trouble and damage and all kind of issues and stuff like that. You know, you have people, you know, I know people now, right now to this day, that's so damn proud. You try to, I know what I'm doing. I know what's going on. I know, but then right down the road, you was right the whole time. Or they wonder why their life is so fucked up. They wonder why they keep struggling with this and that. They just get mad and frustrated. But it's like, yo, man, you know, it's not clear as day for you to be able to see this. You think you know everything already. You know, sometimes you got to humble yourself down. You don't know everything. You got to be taught sometimes, you know, or for really, you got to be taught, you know, especially coming up here in Babylon. This place is the place of confusion. All right. So it says, continuing on, it says, let me jump down to verse 23. And it says, and he turned unto his disciples and said privately, blessed are the eyes which see the things that you see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. Hey, so going into some of those things is what? Who is the damn devil? Who is the wicked on the earth? All right, where is he at walking around? And now we understand who the damn devil is. All right, it was a point in time where even into the same time, a lot of people don't know who the damn devil is. You know, like you have the scriptures, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. You have some of our people who think that, you know what? Because they're so ashamed of what went on in the past about their own life. They try to be everything but a so-called black person or Israelite. And so they want to go be around the so-called white people and marry white people. I've seen this on YouTube, this so-called black lady who was with this so-called white man, and they was a couple. But the so-called black man was over here talking shit about black people in front of his black woman. He's like, you know why, I don't know what he says, some homosexual shit. He was like, you know why these black dudes do such and such? It's probably because they want me to have sex with him. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And now his black wife is all chuckling and laughing and shit. I'm like, bitch, you need to be checking the man that you with. He having homosexual thoughts like that? What the fuck? What kind of shit is that? You might want to check your man, but you think you in a better seat because why? You so-called being seen with a white man or whatever, whatnot. You think that you better off and that your people going to look at you like you up higher up than them or something. Hell no, man. All right, you going to wind up catching the same death right along with them. But nevertheless, hey, like I said, a lot of the people today don't know who the damn devil is. These same so-called black people that be all up the so-called white man's ass, they doing that because they life is fucked up. Things is hard for them, but they don't realize it's not their own people, for the most part, that's making their life tough. Maybe their own people make it seem like that because they be cussing them out and talking all kind of shit, whereas the so-called white man be nice and polite to you, but inwardly he killing your ass. You know, it's like, you know, so a so-called black person, you know, you got some black people walking around and somebody be like, hey man, I'm fucking thirsty, man. I'm dehydrated. Can I get some work? Man, get your bitch ass off my porch, old fuck nigga. Right? But you have Esau. Esau just see your ass. Hey man, you want some free ice cream? You want some free water, man? I got some water. You look a little parched. You know what I'm saying? Give you some shit. Your ass wind up dying the next day, man. But yeah, he came to you like a goddamn serpent, man. He came to you all nice and polite, but then inwardly he trying to kill your ass, man. All right? But what? Most of our people don't see that. They think that, you know, because like, hey, they say this all the time. Hey, y'all over there cussing and holding the Bible and this and that. But we telling you the truth though, right? But you go up into the damn churches and shit. They all talk to you all sweet and everything. But what? They stealing all your money. All right. And then they also molesting your kids. And they fucking your wife in there. So who really the bad guy? Yeah, they speaking all nice and they ain't saying whatever, whatnot. But hey, look, as long as what we doing, we delivering you the true message. You know what I'm saying? No matter how I come out, the scripture say, my sheep hear my voice and they do follow. All right. So no matter how we told you that the house was on fire, whether he said, Tommy, wake up, the house is on fire, or Tommy, get your ass up, the motherfucking house burning down, nigga, get up out of here. Either way, you got the fucking message that the house was on fire, right? It wasn't a false message now, was it? I didn't tell you, oh, Tommy, everything is going to be all right. And then you want to burn it up in the goddamn house because you didn't want me to talk to you in that type of tone or whatever, whatnot. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, a lot of our people are stumbling over these stumbling blocks, but yet they don't have the eyes to see the damn devil. All right. But this is what part of the job of the men of the Lord is, to reveal the damn devil, who the damn devil is, man. All right. As you see him going around the whole world, like we was reading this article, yo, dog, since like 2001, we've been at constant war with a whole bunch of people that ain't never did shit to us. You see what I'm saying? Let me continue on. Going from there, I want to go to, has a couple scriptures in mind. Let me go to this Habakkuk real quick. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3, or 2 and 4, 2 and 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, all right, going into his doctrines and his philosophies. But ultimately, look at his propaganda. Oh, they got weapons of mass destruction over there. 9/11 just happened. Where's terrorists, hotbed, terrorists. Just like at Iran. Oh, they're the #1 hotbed for terrorists. Wait a minute, motherfucker. You said that about Iraq, Libya, Syria. You said this about everywhere, and you ain't even really found no terrorists nowhere. The only terrorists you done found is the motherfuckers you dropped off over there. And all the weapons that they got is the weapons you dropped off over there to them niggas, man. So if you even think about that, ISIS, remember we used to see ISIS all the goddamn time driving all them brand new black Toyota trucks and shit. Like, nigga, where do you get all these goddamn trucks from? You see what I'm saying? Think about this shit, man. Here in America, you got street gangs, right? Which is pretty much like an equivalent to the same shit, but they might not be terrorizing nobody but each other, right? But nevertheless, now, the Crips and the Bloods, they a little organized. They got the same colors that they got, you know, pretty much all of them wearing either blue or all of them wearing red. However, to orchestrate, and now a lot of them might have the same color cars, but to orchestrate all of these motherfuckers to be driving, all the Crips got to drive a blue Camaro SS or some shit. Nigga, you know how hard it would be to get all them shits for every Crip member to get? Like, nigga, I can't even be in the Crips because I can't. Come on, bruh. Let alone in the country where they didn't have no gun laws. Where the fuck they get all these guns from? And how do they have training on how to use all these shits, man? You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that I can't go into the military and just start picking up military equipment and start using it right away because it's probably kind of intricate to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, even with a regular gun, you pick a gun up and you don't goddamn take the safety off. You don't know about the safety. You ain't gonna be able to shoot shit. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, hey man, all of a sudden ISIS just came up, but those are the same terrorists that America's putting every damn where, all right? But what, he has to transgress by his wine, his philosophies, his lies, his deceitful tongue, man. Telling everybody, oh, that's why they ringing on Iran right now, because they want to go to war there. But they know the American people like, damn, we tired of war all the damn time, whatever, whatnot. And if you keep doing that all the time, it'll give credence to what we telling you. He the damn devil, man. This is what he gonna do. All right. So what they have to do, they have to brainwash the people by giving them a scenario like, oh, look, 9/11 happened. You see how these monkey niggas act. You see how these niggas get down. You see Iran and over there. They always screaming death to America, man. They always burning our flag over there, man. They over there talking about we gonna turn y'all into a nuclear pile of ash, man. You see what I'm saying? So when they drum up all this on the damn news and the media, so on and so forth, they get all the people ready to go, and then they start dropping all the bombs. They'll do damage control later, you know, after they completed bombing every damn thing and have a chaos in whatever region that they hit. They'll be like, oh, well, you know, we made a mistake. Maybe he didn't have weapons of mass destruction. Maybe homeboy just had a goddamn big ass leaf blower in the back to do some yard work, and we thought it was some WMD. My bad, motherfucker. But at this point in time, you've already done bombed the shit out of this country. You didn't got the American people, the people that's going into service already tired because you got people coming back injured and so on and so forth, constantly fighting war. Their morale gets low. So what do you have to do? You have to pump their morale back up to get them to start fighting again, to rally up their morale. So what do you do with that? You basically, you know, you watch police officers, and when police is in some certain shit, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker shot at us. Oh, you shot at us? They turn all the way the fuck up because they so-called feel offended. You know, these soldiers, they can be beat the fuck down and tired of war. They're like, this is retarded. But let something happen like a 9/11 happen or some shit like that. Or let's just say any of these other countries start burning American flags saying death to America. They, oh, fuck these towel head bastards. We got to blow them all up. I'm like, y'all some motherfuckers, man. Y'all saying the same shit about them. Fuck these Russians, fuck these North Koreans, fuck these Chinese people, man. Fuck these Arabs, fuck these towel heads, fuck all these sand niggers. You saying all this shit about them and you actually bombing these motherfuckers, man. How about these people don't like how the fuck you treating them all the damn time, man? How about that shit? How about if you was being bullied in school, you being bullied in school, being picked on. It ain't like you walked up to the bully, but you being bullied on in school, and the bully always taking your lunch money, knocking you out, bloody in your nose and shit. One day the bully run up on you, punch you in the nose, your nose bleeding, took all your money and shit, and your response is, now he's already gone. He's like, God damn it, this goddamn bully and shit. But now motherfuckers is mad at you for talking shit to the bully. You're like, well, I didn't instigate shit. I didn't start shit. I'm just mad that this motherfucker's over here. He didn't took my lunch money every day and bloodied my nose all over my shirt, man. So of course I'm gonna be mad about the shit. But you can't blame me. Oh, he's a hater. He's over there talking shit. He's over there like, fuck this guy. No, man. That's not the scenario. This guy is hey, the scriptures say, oppression make a wise man mad. All right. So obviously these people are a lot wiser than you. All right. It said, yea, also because he transgresses by one, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. See, you hear about the so-called white man having to police the whole world because, oh, they got this problem, they got that problem. The U.S. got to go in and intervene. Nicolas Maduro is starving his people out. America has to go in and save their people. They're starving from this brutal dictator. So like it. But what about worrying about your own house first? What about you fixing your infrastructure here in America, fixing your rogue police state here in America? Because you got a group of terrorists running around with badges that's killing everybody uncontrollably to where you have, it's such a bad problem. The whole U.S. be up out of, it shake up the whole U.S. because of how many times, how rampant these motherfuckers is going around killing folks, and it's just unjustifiable. All right. So why don't you fix some of these problems? Why don't you fix your military? Why don't you fix your own, infrastructure here in America? How about you make it so that you don't have all these homeless people and starving people here in America? How about you stop poisoning the people here in America with the food, the water, the air? How about you stop killing the people with all these goddamn things, man? All right, but no, they won't say anything about that. They got to go and police everybody else, man. How about you keep your ass at home and fix what you got at home first, man? You didn't went over to the neighbor house telling them, oh man, you need to cut your grass. Even though he just cut his grass, you telling him he need to cut your grass, and your grass is 5 foot high. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you need to make sure you pay your light bill and your water bill. Meanwhile, you in your house burning 32 candles and shit and got a bucket of water to goddamn bathe in. Like, nigga, worry about your house first before you worry about my house. I got my bills taken care of over here. I'm paying my bills. Make sure you got your lights cut on. I see you with them damn candles and shit. You about to start a fire, bro. You about to lose all your shit worrying about my shit. And that's exactly what's going on here in America, man. All right, everything is crumbling over here. Hey, we're going to speak a little carnally, not spiritually, because it's all on track according to prophecy. But nevertheless, all this so-called greed and trying to gain more and more and more and more, all right, is breaking the bank over here in America, man. The economy is already collapsed. They just keep putting more and more fake money in, inflating the shit right now to make it look like it's there. But they need more and more money to keep moving this war machine, man. Just like in Rome, man. Their military got so big and so widespread, it was hard to feed all the damn people. So they had to keep devaluing the money. So they had like gold coins. Then they would, take like, let's say a copper coin and gold plated and shit like that, silver and gold plated. Then they would cut halves of the coins off so they could take, we're going to tax you. We're going to cut the coin in half. We're going to keep half. You're going to take half. And then they try to remelt it into new coins and shit. And today money was ultimately worth nothing, man. Because why? They had to keep devaluing it so much because they didn't have enough money to sustain their war machine, more or less to say, it's just like you move into a house or an apartment that you can afford. Let's say the rent's $500 a month, right? You can afford the $500 a month. You got about, $300 or $400 left over. But now you done went and bought this here house. All right. You paying your rent, but now you starting to fill up your house with shit, furniture now, food now. All right. And cable and all this and that. You got so many more, amenities and accessories that you keep adding into the house to where now, and you just steadily buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. You forgot about your damn rent or your mortgage. So now you got so much money that you got to be paying out for other shit, man. I got to make my car note, my car insurance. I got to pay for, 2 cars, 2 car insurance, 4 cell phone bills, internet bill, cable bill, water bill, light bill, gas bill if you got gas, so on and so forth. You got to pay for all these different things, and you done forgot, well, wait a minute. I only had to pay a $500 a month rent in my house, and I was making an extra $400 on top of that, but I didn't spend up an extra $600 or $700 on all these amenities to where now I don't even got enough money for my rent to begin with. All right. So what? This is exactly what is going on with what happened with Rome, and then ultimately what's going on here in America. All right. It says, verse 5, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, and neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and his death cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All right. Like I was just saying, man, you done got so fascinated with your new house. I was my first house. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna do this. Bro, it's a balancing act, man. You can't just come in. I'm gonna have my money. Here go my rent money. I'm gonna keep doing this and that. You know, I got my budget. But as long as I stay in my budget, I'm all right. But now you starting to overspending your budget and you done forgot about your rent payment. Yeah, you got some new furniture, new couch, new TV, flat screens, all this, new computers, everything like that. But now rent coming around, you got all the nice shit in the house, but you ain't got no money for your rent. See, that's what America and Rome also did. You know, they kept expanding and forgot to take care of the home base, man. All right, you got so wide that your foundation ain't strong enough to uphold the structure that's built up upon it. All right. So verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Hey, just like I was saying, man, how long to him that increases that which is not his? Because you going into these other countries and stealing these damn lands, increasing your border, which is, you ain't supposed to remove the landmarks, man. The border marks, man. You're not supposed to be removing them and increasing land and territory that's not yours, invading other countries and shit like that, man. But this is what the so-called white man is doing, man. He did it. He did it now. He did it back in Rome and also in Greece, man. All right. Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because that's the state that we're going into now, where all these different nations are waking up. It's like, wait a minute, bro. We tired of America with this bullshit. We tired of following their ass into all these endless wars. We tired of all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So what? Now all these people are starting to look at America like, yo, y'all need to chill, bro. Y'all always fighting wars and so on and so forth. Why don't y'all keep y'all ass at home, man? All right. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All right. And really, you can look at, just look, you know, you can, how do I say, process of elimination. What country in modern days today do you know of that's been invading all these other countries and still know their resources? What country is sitting over top of all these other countries? What country has military bases throughout the whole planet Earth and damn near every other country, man? Only America has military bases around the whole fucking planet Earth like that. There's no other country on the planet Earth that's like that. Only America. All right. It says, verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All right, that's what we doing. We constantly, we doing that currently right now to multiple different nations. Venezuela, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. Shit, they trying to go over there in China with the South China Sea and the Spratly Islands. All right, they trying to do that to, well, South Korea, really, because they over in South Korea, but they trying to move up into North Korea. All right. Continuing on, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Yeah, because you're going around rape, robbing, and murdering, and killing everybody, they're going to band together and waste your ass, man. They tired of this shit. Verse 9, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Yeah, because these, you know, small amount of elites want that to rule and reign throughout the whole damn earth and just have, that was their blessing for the time being, a temporary rulership. But nevertheless, they took and conquered the whole damn earth, but doing it this way by, basically by the force of the sword, you know, rape, robbing, and murdering. All right. But then you have your regular everyday ass white people walking around in America, whatever, whatnot. You know, they don't give a fuck about none of this shit, right? They just lollygagging around in this bitch. You know, you got them people, but guess what? When these other countries is like, you stupid Americans, you dumb Americans, they looking at them Joe Schmo Edomites too, man. You see what I'm saying? And when they come over here to invade this place and bomb this place and go to war with America, they don't give a fuck if you was out there on Donald Trump's side or not on Donald Trump's side, or if you was with the war, if you was against the war. You could be a goddamn Edomite, you know what I'm saying, who was heavily against this here war and against all this here shit, but guess what? They're gonna look at you the same way. Nah, you with their people anyway, motherfucker. Them your peoples. It says, verse 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and hast sinned against thy soul. Yeah, man, you done went around and how Jake be saying you burnt too many bridges, man. You done went around the whole school and picked on everybody and then bullied everybody into a corner and shit like that. Now everybody realizes, well, shit, he done, this one person then bullied all of us and beat us all up. But guess what? It's more of us than him. So how about all 20 of us go get this nigga in the corner and kick this nigga while he down? You know, beat the shit out this nigga, man. That's exactly what you got going on, man. If anybody know them old bully stories or, you know, in movies where they show the bully and stuff like that, that's what always happens, man. The one big bully walking around, big fat kid always punking everybody else. But then what? It comes a point in time where that bully start crying like a little baby. All right. And that's what's going on here in America, man. You having these damn Edomites. Why does everybody hate us? Why are they always racist? Fuck them. They don't like them. Blow them up. No, motherfuckers. Look how you rolling, man. You the bully, man. Don't nobody like a bully. All right. Let me go to verse 12. It says, Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and establish the city by iniquity. All right, and that's how the so-called white men move around. Matter of fact, let me grab 2 more precepts and I'll close out. Genesis 27 and 40 or 39. Well, straight to the point. Genesis 27 and 40. This is Esau's blessing, all right? It says, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off his neck. The point there I wanted to grab is, at the top it says, and by thy sword thou shalt live. So this is how, let me go up to verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword thou shalt live. So what? Esau was going to rule the earth for a set amount of time. But how was he going to rule the earth? Not by diplomatic rulership or trading, being nice to people and shit like that. Nah, it ain't like, not out of wisdom, but by rape, robbery, and murder, man. With his damn sword, by killing every damn body. At the force of the sword is how he wound up ruling, man. All right, so let me grab one more precept and we can close out. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 4. All right, this is Revelation 6 and Salak. I don't know what just happened there. This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. All right. So it says there went out another horse that was red. All right. That horse is talking about what? Power. All right. Hey, just like in your car. All right. Let's go back in the olden days. You had a chariot, but what? Your chariot didn't have power until you did what? You connected a horse to it. All right. And however many horses you got connected, that's how much horsepower you got. Just like in your car today. Your chariot part, your carriage part ain't shit without the damn motor. Where's the power coming from in your car? From the motor. They call that what? Horsepower. All right. So what? Power here is representing the horse is representing a power. All right. So there went out another horse, or another power, or another, a force on the earth, which you're going to find out is Esau Edom. There went out another horse that was red, going back into Esau Edom being, the red man, and power was given unto him, like we just read about his blessing. All right. Also, you can read that in Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. So this was given unto him. This was his blessing for a time frame being. All right. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Yeah, so under the rulership of Esau Edom, he got the whole world in war. All right. So like, first and foremost, they ain't never had no damn world wars until what? The so-called white man came in the power. And really all that was just Edomite on Edomites. All right. And then also, hey man, these Edomites can't even really stop fighting each other, man. That's how violent these motherfuckers are, man. They fight Indian everybody. They own themselves. You see what I'm saying? Just like in modern days today, man. Esau go shoot up a damn school, kill everybody else's kids up in there, and then go kill his damn self. Go to work, shoot up the whole office, go kill his damn self. Go home, kill up his whole family, kill a dog, kill his damn self. He don't give a fuck. This the maniac that he is, man. This is why we telling you, this is why we exposing to you who the damn devil is, man. All right, and it's written all over all the walls of who the devil is. But again, this is a stumbling block to some of our people. They got Stockholm syndrome. They don't see what's really in front of them. All right. Verse, Verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed. Like we was just reading, man. And he's like, death and hell can't be satisfied, man. Everywhere he go, death and hell follow his ass. Everywhere he step foot on the God's green earth, nothing but death and destruction follow after him. Name a country where the so-called white man took his ass on the goddamn military front, and he ain't still there for one, and the place ain't worse off than when he got there beforehand. Iraq, right? Saddam Hussein was in power. You could claim he was such a bad dictator, killing his own people, so on and so forth, but guess what? You didn't have terrorists over there in that goddamn place, now did you? You didn't have the Middle East going up in flames and shit like that, did you? Exactly. But now that the so-called white man went over there and took Saddam Hussein out of office, all right, you got straight pandemonium going on over there, chaos going on over there, terrorists going on over there, all kind of different factions fighting for all kind of different shit over there because the so-called white man went over there and stirred up the hornet's nest, man. All right. It's the so-called white man that everywhere he step his goddamn red foot is death and destruction that follow him. All right. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the field. All right. So, hey, like I said, with his military arm, Two swords, really. He got his damn physical sword, his military arm, and his deceitful ass tongue, man. Because he be writing certain shits in the law and things like that. Sanctions, Venezuela, economic sanctions, all right? Cutting off their food supply. Cuba, same situation. So it says, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. Hey, also with these what do you call them, diseases and shit that homeboy be making, these little like the Ebola and shit, AIDS and shit like that, these plagues and pestilence. Hey man, the so-called white man is a walking abomination, man. He is the embodiment of the devil. Everything he do is death and destruction, hell, death and destruction, man. All right, there's no getting away or no escaping who the so-called white man is. All right, so I just wanted to bring that out in that article because it was, pretty much clear in the article. All they want to do is go rape, robbing, and murdering and killing every damn body. It's something that the devil would do. All right, but nevertheless, Lord willing, you was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And citation and much love for you, I can push this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say, stay strong, shalom.